We are here at Summer Mash Austin, and
I'm John Ray with the PaperTank and whoisjohnray.com.
So who is John Ray?
I am a marketing, PR, social media, and video production consultant and blogger and producer, etc., etc., etc.
Wow. So what do you tend to do the most?
Well, we work with a lot of clients creating, helping them build communities, and then we help develop the content that goes into those communities. And basically our main goal is taking, corporations' advertising dollars and leveraging that so that we drive the most amount of traffic possible to a community, and then from then on out we can advertise to that community or build relationships with that community rather in a much more cost-effective fashion.
Right, because then once you're more knowledgeable of that community, you can
exactly
kind of connect the content better with it.
Right, and so we do a lot of community, I guess, management in our own company, but then we have consultants that go out to corporations and train people how to use different social networking tools and train people how to blog, train people what to blog about. And our biggest thing is going into a company and finding who the most passionate person is in that company, because the most passionate person about a company is always the best blogger, because that passion just kind of bleeds over into the blogosphere and is contagious.
So sort of training corporations to have their own PR basically internally through blogs and such.
Pretty much. We usually go in for a 60 to 90 day period, and we're very hands-on and are kind of holding people's hands most of the way through that. But by the end of the 90 days, we try to kind of extend the leash and let them do their own thing. And our goal is that after 90 days, they will know, best practices and the way to effectively communicate with various different social networks. And then, of course, we're always available as an outsourced consulting service whenever they have any questions.
So you find, I guess it's a little bit surprising, but maybe not so surprising to me that companies still don't quite get the whole blogging thing and all this sort of stuff. Is it still hard for?
Well, I think nowadays most companies know what blogging is. They know what social networks are, but even we who are in it every single day, we're still trying to figure out the best practices for utilizing those tools. And so I think that's probably our biggest goal is going in and not necessarily saying, hey, did you know that there's a thing called blogging out there? They know that, but what we're doing is saying, well, these are the type of posts that you could write that would garner feedback from your customers. And if you want to find out something from this demographic, then this is the social network you can go to, and this is how you can communicate with the people there. And so it's really just us teaching people how to use the tools that are available, and then constantly staying knowledgeable about new tools that arise and figuring out best practices for our clients.
Right. So are you in Austin, or?
We're based out of Austin, but we have offices in Dallas, Los Angeles, and Austin. But we do most of our work out of Austin, and
sorry.
Hello. We're having some issues with the help right now.
The camera was in use, but okay, so yeah, you're saying you're based out of?
We're based out of Austin, but have a presence in Dallas and Los Angeles. And in Dallas and Los Angeles, it's really more of our video production. We do a lot of music videos, a lot of commercial work. But kind of the hub of our social media and marketing and PR services are out of Austin. And we have teams that work with clients on a local level, on a regional level, and on a national level. And so we can really kind of cater to whatever program somebody wants to create.
Well, specifically locally, since we're in Austin now, what do you think of the tech community here? It's a sort of up-and-coming community.
Austin is, Well, one, it's such a great place to live because there is so much of a focus on independent businesses and on independent artists, and we do a lot of the PR and marketing for bands and designers and artists here in town, and the city is so accepting to everything that is local and independent. So I would say that Austin is probably the perfect place for a startup company because you have so many resources available to you, and you have so many people in the community that are constantly motivating you to be better and be better. And that's what you need when you're first starting a company, and especially if it's a young company like ours is, you need that constant support. And so we're 3.5 years into our company. We started here in Austin, and all of the contacts that we've made here have allowed us to kind of take this model and move it to other cities. But without the support of the Austin community, I don't know that we would have been able to do it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's very. It's like almost the town here. It's got just a positive feel of wanting things to grow. They want Austin to be kind of independent and an up and coming town. So it seems it's.
Oh, definitely. I mean, Austin is one of the fastest growing metropolitan communities right now, and it's growing in large numbers and catering towards the creative class. Robert Florida, in his book, designated Austin as the #1 growth city for the creative class, and I think that's certainly true because with just all of the resources and amenities that are available for you here in Austin, Texas, it is the perfect environment to come in here, get your work done, but also play a lot.
Right. Yeah. I mean, like when I think of Austin, I do think of like kind of like a lot of like indie film. I think of like how Robert Rodriguez has his whole studio here.
Sure.
And he runs everything here. He doesn't need to be in Los Angeles.
Sure.
So I kind of get that vibe definitely from the whole place.
Yeah, and South by Southwest is slowly becoming one of the bigger film interactive festivals in the world, and I think that more than we already are is putting us on the map as being a city that is full of thought leaders, and that's really what it comes down to, is that Austin has so many people who crave innovation, and so the thought leaders here in this town are not necessarily looking for the same old that we've always gotten. They're looking for change, and I think we're finding it here.
Very cool. So if people wanted to check out some more stuff,
yeah, I'm John Ray. I'm the co-founder of the PaperTank. You could go to thepapertank.com, or you can check out my blog on marketing, PR, social media, and creating compelling video content at whoisjohnray.com.
Great. Thanks for coming by.